forget to record. But it is important because we share with many people who are another part of the world that because of the hours they can't attend. So today we have chosen a beautiful bhajan of Lord Shiva, the most beautiful bhajan. So let's invoke Lord Shiva, who destroys the negativity. So let's pray to Shiva that he destroys all the negativities, all the negatives from our life, on our four lower bodies, on our chakras. That's all the karmas that we have due to misuse of energies. We have accumulated a dense energy around our chakras, to remove it, to transmute it with the violet flame, because Lord Shiva is the source of violet flame. So let's invoke Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham, Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham, Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Advaitamananda Rupam Arupam, Advaitamananda Rupam Arupam, Brahmoham, Brahmoham, Brahma Swarupoham, Brahmoham, Brahmoham, Brahma Swarupoham, Chidoham, Chidoham, Satchidanandoham, सच्चिदानन्दोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहं नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं 2022, we'll be listening to Lord Shiva's dictation, the landmark dictation that he had given. I think one dictation Shiva has given, or two. We will be listening to next year, starting our year with Shiva's message. But next week, I'm making an announcement now because in case you guys leave early or so we are beginning the year with Shiva's dictation and we are ending the year with Ma Durga's dictation. So next week is the landmark dictation. Goddess Durga has given 2 dictations so far, and one of the dictations we are going to be listening next week. So please do not miss next week. The most important dictation in Gurma's voice.
Yeah, and then we will say goodbye to the next year.
Yes, and then we will announce for the December month what plans that we have. But next week is our last session for the year on Zoom. But we will continue to walk together with a month of each week a decree specific to cleanse our 4 lower bodies. So each week I will be dedicatedly writing and sending a decrees that will help us to clear all our 4 lower bodies for the end of the year ritual. December is a very, very heavy month in the year. The karmas, the bags of karmas are so full. And which is why the Diwali, the Christmas and all other, like yesterday was the other day, the Guru Nanak Ji's birthday. That's why these important celebrations come at this time of the year because it is really dark out there. So a lot of us will be feeling it's end of the year, the things that we have gone through, family issues, health issues, they all get at the end of the year on our shoulders. So we need to do these specific decrees that I have put together, which will help us to clear all the debris of the whole years and the past lives and everything that we have accumulated in our 4 lower bodies to cleanse it. And we prepare ourselves for next year with the new year. So I really recommend and encourage you to attend those decrees. We won't be having a session, but I will be with you. We will be following that. Okay, so you're not going to miss us. We're not going to miss you. All right, so let's just begin. We're going to do quickly recap. So this is by now you'll be familiar with the I Am Presence chart, and this is the Great Central Sun, right? This is the place where our Father, Mother lives. This is the source of energy that we get in our bodies, the I Am Presence. And from here, the great causal body comes, and each one of us has a unique great causal body, a unique. So do you see the rays? There are 7 rays and 5 secret rays. Each ray, if in the past life, if you, for example, you've been a teacher, okay, so your yellow ray will be highlighting in the causal body, in your ray. Let's say you were a saint or you were, spreading the love of God. So your pink ray will be the major ray. And if you were a politician, a statesman, or you had a very authoritative personality or role that you played, so your blue ray, which is the power, the will of God, will be more in this causal body. So it is like stored there from the past many, many lives, and then this birth you are taking from your causal body. So you already have a major ray. So in the 3-4 flame, we have 3 colors: the blue, the pink, the yellow, the pink, and then the minor ray. So then you need to find out which is my major ray and which is your minor ray. So the things that you're good at, the skills that you have, that's coming from your causal body. And that's the source of our great central sun, right? This is the place of the balancing of yin and yang, alpha and omega, the masculine and feminine energies. And those sparks which you see in the image are us. All the souls are connected from great source, central sun. That's us, basically, the sparks. It's the same light which is in our bodies going, it's the same spark coming from the great central sun. So these colors, if you see, they are in the purest form. They become dense, they change the color when our chakras or our energies are misused, so they change the color. But these colors are in the purest form. So our causal body is the blueprint of the great central sun. Okay, and that's where our presence chart comes in. So we have to go through this to remind ourselves who we are, where we come from. Now, the same source in our body comes together in the form of these energy centers. They are 7. Now, the word 7, the number 7, not the word, the number 7 is very prominent in in each and every faith. In Kabbalah, Tree of Life, there are 7 tires, okay? In Christianity, there are 7 sacraments. In Eastern and Hinduism, we have 7 chakras. In the Judaism, which is the Jewish, we have 7 heavens. So the 7 number is a very important number. 7 archangels, 7 Elohim, 7 Johans, right? So these chakras, basically, these are like the stations. They receive and exchange energies. And coming from the source, and then going all the way to our chakras. So as you know, the very first chakra, which is the Mooladhara, the Kundalini, where the mother Kundalini resides, when that activates and it rises and it goes and activates each and every chakra on our spine, basically, that we can't see those, but they are in the form of the lotus flowers. And the more the chakras are balanced and purified, the petals of the lotus will be opened. If they are not purified, the petals will be closed. So our aim is to, with our decrees, with the right mantras, we have to open our chakras. So they spin, basically they're spinning. The faster they spin, the faster they're working. So the clarification between the Ascended Masters teachings and other teachings on chakras is the origin of the colors. We talked about the difference between the solar ray and the great central sun. Okay, if you look at the rainbow colors, and many books, many teachers out there, they are referring to the rainbow colors of the chakras, which are not the same as our colors the Ascended Masters have shared with us. It is one of the misconceptions that I came across on colors. People, I see orange color, different colors, and they don't exist. They do not exist. So those are based on the assumptions. Those are incorrect. And the energy we receive is from the great central sun, and that is a spiritual light. The 7 chakras are in sync with our causal body. Okay, that is the one connection. And the true colors of these chakras come from the combination of 3-4 flame. As I mentioned last week, I'm repeating it again. The blue, the pink, the yellow, and the pink. And from those, when you mix the other colors, the purple, the green, then you have other colors of the chakras. How beautifully. And this is shared by the Ascended Master Dwaj Kul. He has given one of the dictation where he explains the alchemy of the chakras. So the chakra centers are the back of the spine, projecting towards the chest. So here, They are located inside the 4 lower bodies, okay? They are located in the etheric plane. Now, the pure in color, when the person is vibrating at the right vibration, for example, if the person has an intellectual pride, then his crown chakra will be orange. So if there is a lot of pride, I am this, I know this, I am big, I'm a lot of pride. So that's misusing the energy. So the actual color of the crown is yellow, but it will become your orange because it's misqualifying with the pride. And pride has 122 faces. How fascinating. 122 faces of the pride. So as soon as you mix with the ego, and that's the misuse of the energy, and it changes. And it becomes muddier, it becomes dense. And then they become impure. So it is important to understand how we misuse these energies. Okay. So let's look at I've just put together this word file. Again, it's a Sanskrit word which means wheel. It's like operating in the body in a spinning vortex, which consciousness both ascends and descends. It is a quote from Bethany Dock, working with the chakras. Now, going a little down, Mario, So we have gone through this, most of it last time. If you would like me to share this in a file, I can. However, it is, maybe if we just go down a little bit more, in the words of Mother here, at each chakra, we have the opportunity to master another dimension of energy and thereby gain another level of awareness, insight, and of personal power. These are the words of Elizabeth Clare Prophet, our guru. The light energy that flows to you from God, so again, coming from Great Central Sun, is focused in the body through these chakras. Okay, so these are, if someone who's having, for example, issues with their heart, so you will know their heart chakra is blocked. That is how we identify that the person has misused the energies of the heart chakra. So it's impure, it's muddier, it's dense, so that they need to work more on their heart chakra. If the flow of the light energies in any chakra is blocked or obstructed, the chakra can't spin. So what happens when it's blocked? It's exactly what happens when people have a lot of issues with their health, their physical, their mental, their emotional issues. And this is how a lot of people feel fatigue, emotional imbalance, but they don't know the reason why. They've gone to the doctors, everything has been done, but they can't identify because it's all the blockages in their chakras. So the main focus and the purpose is to send and receive the energy which is coming from the Great Central Sun. Now, how you qualify the light through each center has a major effect on your physical and spiritual well-being. When you send the light out as a positive energy, you make a good karma. So very important point on karma here as well. How we make good karmas and how we make bad karmas. So when we are misusing, we are sending the light, right? When we are speaking, I'm sending the light to the other person. But the speech, the word that I speak is the impact that I'm leaving on the words that I'm using, the tone, the language, everything. And that's misusing the karma and making the good karma. But if you qualify, it will make it with negative energy, you make the bad karma. The chakras are one of the ways the masters and chohans initiate you. Very important point. So when masters do the initiation, now that I've understand, initiation is basically you go through the test. As you increase the level in your spiritual path, you attain more and more, you ascend each day. They initiate you through your chakras. So that means you receive more light. The chalice is becoming bigger and bigger. The light has been more received in those chakras. And that is how the initiations are done. That is one way. Then you go through a lot of tests. Like you give exam and you go to the next level. You do schooling, university, PhD, and that's how the initiations are done. So when you're going to have, let's say, you're on a spiritual path and you have some serious issue, like some things that you have no answer. Why am I facing this? That could be the test for you. Masters are testing you, whether you stand on your ground and your faith and you believe are firm. And that's how they test you. So the test you see is how you use the light energy of the 7 rays through each one. So the 7 rays from I Am Presence, from our great central sun, they're coming on each and every chakras. Let's look at the next one. Was it just, I think we're having some screen issues. It's just like blocking out for some reason. Just give us 1 minute. Yeah. Is it all, Mario? Is that the page? Okay. Now, any questions so far before I go into today's topic, which is the chakras and the masters? No, I think this slide, no, this comes later on, Mario. Yes. So this is, we have just covered. Yeah. So any questions so far before I go into the next very important study in chakras? So as we have introduced to you 7 Chauhans. Thank you, Kiara. 7 Chauhans. They are the lords or the chief. Chauhan in Hindu we say the chief of each ray. Okay. So I have not posted their pictures because next year, 2022, it is going to be the most important study, which is to understand and learn about those rays. We will be learning. So this is just a preparation for that. That so far, the 3 months of lessons we have done, this is preparing to get to the 7 rays of studies. So let's look at the very first, which is the...
Reminder again, there is a... I'm like to clarify that.
Mm-hmm.
So for each light from the central sun, there is a chakra,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a ray or Chauhan.
That's right. Each ray is represented by a Chauhan. Each ray has a chakra, a color, a day, the qualities of the ray, of the day as well, and the crystal that helps to magnify the energy of that chakra. So for example, let's look at the chakra, crown chakra. Okay. Chauhan on this ray is Lord Lanto. In the next slide, we will be showing you the pictures of the Chauhans. So let's just go through this slide. Now, we have spoken about their etheric retreats, that each master lives in an etheric retreat, okay? And it's chosen by many, many different reasons to balance the energies on the universe level, where it is more magnified, where maybe they have lived, or where it is more needed. They have chosen the etheric retreats on that basis. So the Lord Lanto's retreat is in Grand Teton. It is a second ray, color yellow. The petals that has on crown chakra is 972. The qualities of this chakras are wisdom. So the yellow is wisdom. So if you're good in teaching, your yellow ray is magnifying. It is much more expanding. It's more abundant in that particular ray. It's yellow, it's wisdom, discernment, enlightenment, and the day is Sunday. So today is Sunday. So Sunday is a day when Lord Lanto's ray, second ray, is magnifying. So you could wear yellow color, okay? You could, and the crystals that I have come in this ray are the yellow diamond, yellow sapphire, and topaz. And now each chakra has an instrument also. And this chakra is the string. Now, the positive, when this chakra is working well, when we are we have not misused the energy, the qualities, I would say, or the positives are truth, vision, holding the highest vision for everyone, healing, wholeness, abundance, clarity, constancy, focus, music, and science. And if it's not, when it's misused, when you don't have these, when it's totally blocked, lack of vision, mental criticism, lack of clarity, inconstancy, spiritual impoverishment. So when this chakra is totally blocked, it's not working, you will experience this basically. And it's yellow, the crown chakra. The higher chakras, in the next slide, I'll share with you. The upper chakras are all spiritual chakras. Now, the second chakra, which is the Agna chakra, the third eye, it is the Chauhan of the ray is Hilarion. Okay, his retreat is in Greece, Crete. I've been to Crete.
If I, sorry for interrupt. If I wanna get the Johan to look after me or help me to rebalance my chakra and rebalance my, try to purify this chakra light.
Yes.
Should I do decree towards the Johan?
Yes. So you will go to this particular Chauhan, and if you want to work on opening your third eye, for example, you want some clarity, you want healing, you would go to this Chauhan. You will go to Hilarion. You say Hilarion, so he's the boss. You say Hilarion, please help me with my third eye chakra.
So
Yes, there are dedicated decrees, the mantras and the meditation you will do to enhance this chakra. And this is the fifth ray, and the color is emerald green, 96 petals. The qualities of this ray is wholeness, vision, truth. The day is Wednesday, so it's a Wednesday, you wear green color. It's emerald green. The crystals are emerald, diamond, jade, and quartz and crystals. Musical instrument, piano. The positives are kind of same. The abundance, so if you want to have abundance in love, relationships, supply of finance, you go to Hilarion as well. And there are other masters who also have particularly for supply. Okay, so Goddess Lakshmi, she is the ascended master, so we will go to her. Negative, so when you don't have, you will have lack of clarity, lack of vision. You know, people have their intuitive powers, they come from here. People, when they sit in meditation, they can see in their meditation because their third eye is totally open and it's working. The petals are spinning. There is no density. There are no, the colors is in its pure form. So let's go on to the next one. So this is our throat chakra. Okay, very important chakra. Masters have said, and we also know, the most of the misuse of our energy is done through our throat chakra, through our speech. So through the words, we are sending and receiving the energy. And when we misuse, we are making bad karma. So the throat chakra is very important. Now, who's the Chauhan? It's El Morya. He was Akbar in the past, one of the embodiments. He was Akbar. And his retreat is in Darjeeling, India. He's the Chauhan of the first ray. It's color blue, petal 16. The qualities of this ray is power. So if you want authoritative, you want to work on your confidence, you want your conversation to be more, to be able to speak, do your speeches, and you're working on your communication, you go to Lord Chauhan, El Morya. You say, El Morya, please help me with give me the power of the God. And will of divine will and human will. El Morya teaches you the difference between the human will and the divine will. The faith, it comes, you get protection. Archangel Michael represents blue ray. Archangel Michael is Hanumanji. Courage, direction, and obedience. Now, when it's not, the negative qualities are the control, condemnation, idle, chatter. You're just wasting your energy in chatting. People spend hours and hours on telephones. They like to chat. They'll go on social media, do this, do that, and that's misusing your throat chakra. Gossiping, people love gossiping. Human willfulness, impotence, cowardness, doubts, you get from there. Slander, lying or speaking half-truths, cursing that's how we misuse. Yelling, we waste our energies. So these are the negative qualities of when the chakras are not working. So if you are using one of these things or doing these things, be mindful that we are misusing the energy of this chakra. We are making bad karma. So this chakra is not going to work. Then we come to the heart chakra. The Chauhan of this ray is Paul the Venetian. His retreat is in southern France. This is the third ray, and the color pink, petals 12. The qualities: omnipresence, compassion, charity, and the day is Monday, so you wear pink on that day. Crystals: ruby, diamond, garnet, rose quartz, pink beryl, and the music instruments: harp. When this chakra is working really well, it's in the purest form. It's the positive qualities are love, compassion, beauty, selfishness, sensitivity, appreciation, comfort, creativity, charity, generosity. And when you're misusing the energy of this, you have hatred for others. You dislike people for no reason. Or if somebody has said something and you say, I hate that person, you're misusing the heart chakra. Selfishness, self-pity. Oh, poor me. Oh, it's just me. Poor, why me? That's self-pity. Human sympathy. I need sympathy. I don't need... And the difference between the empathy and sympathy, you're wanting sympathy. Give me. I'm the poorest. Negligence. Ingratitude towards everything that you have in life, but you are... you give ingratitude. Thoughtlessness. Fear and doubt. Arrogance and deceit. So these are the negative qualities of this chakra. When we are misusing, you will demonstrate all of that. Now we have, how are we doing with the time, Mario?
We are good.
Okay.
Yeah, the last two couple.
All right. So then we come to the solar plexus. Very important chakra. All the chakras are important, but people who lack peace, internal peace, their solar plexus, the peace is on the solar plexus, and that's where it is completely blocked. And the Chauhan of this ray is Lady Master Nada. Her retreat is in Saudi Arabia. It's a sixth ray, the color purple and gold with ruby flecks. The petals 10. The day is Thursday. And the crystals: topaz, ruby, alexandrite, diamond with pearl. And the qualities are service, right desires, balance, and harmlessness. And negative ones, you see these ones. This is why solar plexus and why we feel so not at peace on solar plexus, because the anger, the agitation, the frustration, the fanatism, the aggression, the egoism, the overindulgence, fear, anxiety, and passivity comes in solar plexus. This is why, so all the anger that we carry, all the anger that we show to others, how easily it is to misuse the energy of the solar plexus. So if you have anger issues, you will work on your solar plexus. If you have recognized my ego is boosted, I like to be boosted, I like to be called out when I'm doing something, 10 people need to praise me, your ego is, you need to work on your solar plexus. When you're experiencing anxiety, fear, okay, I'm going to lose this job, something is going to happen, this fear all the time, that means your solar plexus is completely blocked. So work on this. Agitation. Someone says something and I'm immediately agitated. Don't say it. Stay away from me. That's your solar plexus needs to be worked upon.
Somebody say something and you lose your calm.
You lose your calm. And I lose my calm, no doubt. So I'm working on my solar plexus a lot, especially with young children. Mario would know me better. But yes, this is the most important chakras. Let's come to the next chakra, the seat of the soul. The Chauhan is Saint Germain. Saint Germain is the one who is sponsored the Great White Brotherhood, the Summit Light University. He's the source of a violet flame who brought it to a mankind. And his retreat is in Romania, how do you spell it? Transylvania, yeah, I struggle with that. And also his retreat is in the Table Mountain in the Rocky Mountains. So the masters can have multiple retreats, not just one, but they have one major retreat, but they can have multiple. Like Ganpati, Lord, what we call in our Ascended Masters, we call him Great Divine Director. His retreat is in the Cave of Light in Himalayas, and his retreat is also in America. So masters have more than one retreat. This ray is 7th ray, the color violet, the petal 6. The qualities are freedom. So the violet brings freedom. It transmutes the bad karma from bad to positive. It is when you have to work on your forgiveness, like you have to forgive. You find it hard to forgive people, you will go to Saint Germain, because without forgiveness there is no healing. Remember, and the day is Saturday. The crystals are amethyst, diamond, aquamarine, and the musical instrument is woodwinds. And the positive qualities of this chakra is freedom, mercy, forgiveness, justice, diplomacy, transcendence, transmutation, alchemy, intuition, prophecy, and revelation. So it is said that Saint Germain is an alchemist. All our siddhas in India, they were alchemists, right? They came up with so many these medicines to heal. There are books. I love siddhas. Mahavdar Babaji is my Guruji, and he was initiated by the Lord, the Siddha Agastya, and he was an alchemist. All the 18 siddhas, the major, very popular siddhas in India, if you study, they were all alchemists, and Saint Germain is an alchemist. So the negative qualities of this chakra are intolerance, so you will have no tolerance level. Your tolerance level will be really low. Disregard for others, cruelty, people who harm animals, people who harm others. This chakra is lack of forgiveness. They find it really hard to forgive others. If someone has done once in their lifetime and you can't let go, that's lack of, you have to work on your lack of, your forgiveness, lack of justice or mercy. And this is the, do we have more? Or I think yes, the last two. Yeah. So then we come to the base of the spine, which is our Mooladhara, the space for the Mother Divine. Our Kundalini resides here. The Chauhan of this ray is Serapis Bey. His retreat is in Egypt, Luxor, Ascension Temple. It is the fourth ray, the color white, petal force. Qualities are purity, order, and discipline. So if you're working on your Mooladhara and you're wanting discipline in your life, you like discipline, then you will start from your, you work on your Mooladhara. And Ganpati is also who sits at Mooladhara. Great Divine Director. The day is Friday. Crystal is diamond, pearl, zircon, quartz crystal. Instrument is drum and tabla. And the positive qualities are purity, hope, joy, self-discipline, wholeness, consciousness of the Divine Mother. Negative qualities are discouragement, hopelessness, and chaos. So you will experience chaos, when your Mooladhara is blocked. Then comes our secret chamber of the heart, which is within the heart chakra, where the threefold flame resides. The Trinity. The Chauhan is the Maha Chauhan. So Maha Chauhan is the head of the 7 Chauhans. I remember I showed you one of the workshops we did. I showed you his picture. I haven't got picture today, and he is the head of the Maha Chauhans, and he is the. So when you're working, so first you're working on your heart chakra, then you go at an inner level, which is your threefold flame, where the secret chamber of within the secret chamber of the heart, so you go to Maha Chauhan. His retreat is in Sri Lanka, the Temple of Comfort. The color peach, golden pink, petal 8. Qualities are integration, mastery of the 7 rays. So here, when you come to the secret chamber, you have mastered all the 7 rays. Okay, then you go to the 8th ray. The qualities are integration, mastery of the 7 rays, all days. So 8th ray is magnified on every day, basically. The crystals are diamond, topaz, ruby, rose quartz, pink beryl, pearl. Instrument, harpsichord, yeah. Integration, bliss, self-knowledge, gnosis, integration, mastery of the 7 rays, established figure, 8 flow. today in one of my posts on Om Space, I've posted the figure 8. It has a very big significance which relates to this chakra, which is basically the Alpha and Omega. I had written a very long post a few weeks ago on the figure 8, if you can find and go through it. Basically, from the great central sun, how the flow of energy is coming from Alpha and Omega, from the father to the mother, and it's flowing up and down, and that is done through the secret chamber of heart. So it has a very huge significance in spirituality when we're working on when you've mastered all the 7 rays. So negative qualities are no figure, light, 8 flow, imbalance of the 3-4 flame. So the 3-4 flame, the Trinity, as I have shared, and by now hopefully you're aware, the 3 colors, the 3 plumes, dancing on the mother flame, on the white flame. Mario, do we have the picture? Okay, you can see in the picture that's here. If we just maybe magnify that a little, that's 3-4 flame. Here we go. So you see on the bottom there's mother flame, and on top of it there are 3. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right, in Christianity. So when this chakra or the secret chamber of heart is totally blocked, the plumes will be imbalanced. Okay, for ascension, when we are preparing ourselves for ascension, one of the goals is to balance the 3-4 flames. Because you in your own character or your personality, you actually just pay attention to what rays is more magnified. Am I more authoritative? Am I more like a teacher? Or am I more like, do I have my heart chakra? I have overflow of love? Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lovely to have you. So then your 3-4 flame needs to be balanced. Okay, it is one of our goals. And with the decrees, with the right mantras, we balance our 3-4 flame.
What else? When we said the past session, the crystal cord is attached to the...
That's right. Yeah. That is the Mahachohan. When the person takes birth, when the soul comes first time into the life, Mahachohan puts the first breath, that is the 3-4 flame. And that initiation is by Mahachohan only. And that is the place of the divinity within ourselves. That is in the form of Trinity. Okay, so that comes the end of this particular subject that we have put together. Now, all this is of no use if we don't find out how we heal these chakras. How do we purify these chakras? How do I take all the negativity from these chakras out, right? Because we want to know, and we can't say that we don't experience that. All the negative qualities that we've gone through, we all are experiencing that. Each one of you is experiencing, each one of us is experiencing. So we need to work on our chakras, because it is a source of our energy, it is a source of our initiations that we are given by masters, come from our chakras. So one of the important tools is, so in this image, if you see, chakras above the heart are spiritual and masculine, chakras below the heart are feminine and matter. Okay, so matter as in the physical form, the physical body, and spirit isn't something that you can't see, but they're spiritual. So one of the healing has been given by masters is violet flame. It is the most important practice that masters have given us. So Saint Germain had gone to Lords of Karma and requested Lords of Karma to bring violet flame to mankind, because in the past, humans, us, have misused the violet flame. So it was taken away. The dispensation was taken away from us. So Saint Germain was the one who went to lots of karma and fought for us that we must, as humans, need to have this violet flame to transmute our karmas. Otherwise, how are we going to do our ascension? How are we going to remove our negative karmas to positive karmas? So the energy can never be destroyed. It can change its form from negative to positive, positive to negative. So the energy remains. When we misuse the energy is there. So it's your choice whether to misuse it or use it well. So same thing what I was referring to was, which I've forgotten now, what I was mentioning. So coming back to Saint Germain, like he went to Lord Karma and said, give humans this dispensation that they need a tool that they can use to transmute their karmas, to clean the chakras. There is no other practice which can transmute your karma. No other practice, only violet flame can do that. It is the most important practice. So please, every day do your violet flame decrees. And however, violet flame should never be done alone. You need a protection ray of blue before you invoke the violet flame. So one of the mantras that masters have given us, which is the very small mantra, I am a being of violet fire, I am my purity, God desire. Okay, you just chant whole day. You're invoking violet flame. And I've written one of the techniques here to a heart centering technique. While you're doing this decree, while you're doing this mantra, put your thumb, index, middle fingers in the left hand together on your heart and right next to your heart. Close your eyes and focus in this area. Take deep breaths. Visualize the violet flame saturating, surrounding your heart, your entire being. You're visualizing the violet flame while the hands is on the left on your heart, and you're saying this mantra. I am a being of violet fire, I am a purity, God desire. I am a being of violet fire, I am a purity, God desire. I am a being of violet fire, I am a purity, God desire. So this is a very small mantra, the most powerful mantra. Okay, so that's one of the things is through violet flame. Now, and the other is the healing with the science of spoken word. I have not put together all the healing techniques. I have put together a place where, let's say, for example, this is a big umbrella like science of spoken word. Then you have few other layers coming up. Okay, so science of spoken word is the other thing. A gift masters have given us. So masters have given us three things. One is the I am presence chart. Okay, that you've seen of our identity, who we are. The second thing masters have given is the violet flame. And then the third, the most important, is the science of spoken word. Masters have said, when you pray, yes, you're praying. That is also you connect to the God. You meditate. That is one of the ways you connect to God. But there is the most powerful, which is the decrees. Decree is the word that, for example, when I was doing in my India, in my schooling, there was one of the subject was can't remember, when you take dictation, typewriter. I used to use typewriter in those days, and somebody is telling me a dictation, and I'm writing on my typewriter. So that's the word dictation comes from. Decree comes from dictation. Decrees are of spoken prayers, formulas of the word. The word has energies. So to access the full spectrum of spiritual light, we use decrees. In teachings, we learn how to strengthen. So the decrees, when we're using, we're strengthening our aura. Within decrees, masters have given us mantras as well. They have given us the right meditations, but the decrees are the most important part, because we are using the word and the word of God, right? So when we pray, it is a passive form of worship. Yes, it works. Of course it works. They don't say that it doesn't work, but it is a passive form. Okay, so it is a silent prayer. When we pray, you close your eyes, you're saying silently. But decrees, you're using words. You're using your energies. So in decree, we are communing with God, we are communicating, and we are commanding. Commanding. And people say, how can you command? Yes, we can command. As a son and daughter of God, I can command. And that is decree. We are commanding God's light to enter our world for alchemical changes. We are directing God to send his light and his angels into action for personal and world transformation. Okay? So, and where we are accessing this information, or the energy is from I am presence. We are directing to our I am presence. Each one of us has an I am presence. And by the way, these are the photos of the Chauhans. Here we go. El Moria, Lonto, Paul the Venetian, Serapis Bey, Hilarion, Lady Master Nada, Saint Germain, and Maha Chauhan. These are the 7 Chauhans. So decrees differ from regular prayers because the words have been dictated by the ascended masters. These are not just any words, these are given by masters and contain specific and unique ingredient of light. They are carefully worded formulas, positive statement that uses the name of God. I am that I am. Om Tat Sat Om. Most decrees are letters like composed of 3 parts. There is a greeting. So for Kartiki, you're doing decree. You would know by now we have invocation. So in that invocation, what do? We greet the God. We greet the masters. The masters that we want to assess the energy from that particular ray, we greet that master. That is the first part of the decree. Then we have, it is called the preamble. Then we have the body of the decree, which is the middle part. So after you say, dear mom and dad, or dear Mr., and then you go, what do you want to write in that letter? And then we have the closing. So closing is very important in the decrees. Okay, so greeting, called the preamble, the body of the decree, and the closing of the decree. So that is the difference between a decree, a prayer, and a meditation. People don't know decree. You won't find the word in anywhere. In dictionary, it doesn't even exist. People don't know that. I didn't know that, and I struggled at the beginning. I said, why is it in English? Because Mother was Elizabeth Clare Prophet and Mark Prophet. They were the messengers of the Ascended Masters. Mother, in the past embodiments, have come together, and this part, in this life, she was meant to be coming in the West to help the West people, people in the West. So that's why masters have given these teachings in the West. But it doesn't mean it's come in the West. It cannot become, because masters are from East and West. Lord Shiva, Mahavatar Babaji, you name any master, they belong to Great White Brotherhood. So they are in English because we are in the New Age. We are in this age which is called the Aquarian Age. So I can't chant a lot of Sanskrit mantras because I don't have the proper pronunciation. So how am I supposed to do what people used to do in Satyug? They were so perfect in their pronunciation in Sanskrit.
They are not working.
And it will not work if you don't say it properly. The pronunciation is very important. So masters have said, think logically, be practical. We give you the teachings which is practical for this age. Don't think from your faith, which is Hindu, Christian, or Sikh. No. Spirituality is above any faith. So when we stuck with, oh, this is not Lord Hanuman, or this is not in Sanskrit because I'm used to do in my Latin language, my prayers, or my Hindu, we are spiritual people. We are not, here is no religion. We're not talking about religion here. So we need to, go beyond our understanding the difference between religion and spirituality. So if you're doing in English, doesn't mean that you're becoming Christian. If you're invoking Jesus Christ, it doesn't mean that you're becoming Christian. You will see Jesus Christ in a very different form in these teachings. You will make friends with him. You will make friends with him. And then you will get to know him, who Jesus Christ is really. So let's go on to the next. I'm mindful of the time, Mario. So we have done We talked about crystals. Very important to have the crystals. Masters have always encouraged us to have the crystals.
Yes.
But the rice crystals.
And also in the slide before, we mentioned that each ray has a own crystal. So
it is always good to start with amethyst. The most beautiful stone or crystal that you can, the pink quartz for your heart chakra. And I would say go with the 3-4 flame stones first, because we are working on our 3-4 flames. So get your blue crystal, white crystal, pink crystal, yellow to begin with. And amethyst is the most important. So this is, well, it is not needed now, but Mother has given us, when you have the crystal, we need to demagnetize from all the energies that we've got, it has maybe passed many, many, many hands. So we need to demagnetize those energies. So Mother has given us the prayer. We can do that. And I can share when you have your crystals and you want to demagnetize the energy at your home with simple prayers that Mother has given. So,
this is another tool for purify.
This is another tool, purify the crystals. Before, when you get the crystals at home, we need to demagnetize those before we bring them in the altar. Okay, so let's look at this. These are the invocations. So I just wanted to share that we have these tools given by masters, very important ones, where we're invoking Mother Mary, Mother Kuan Yin, to magnify the intensity of the crystals. All right, so let's look at, so I think we are ready for a break. Yeah. Then we have a beautiful meditation in Guruma's voice. We will watch her, you listen to her, and we will be using, I won't tell, it's a surprise. So let's just have 5 minutes break and we will see you soon. Thank you. We always do our meditation starting with Om, so we will chant 7 times. Sit straight, chin tucked in, take a few deep breaths. And all of you starting deep breath, always start from your Mooladhara. And then exhale. Let's chant, Mario. Feel the vibration of Om on all your chakras. All right, let's begin the meditation to heal our chakras with Guruma. And this is the chart where what we have just read and studies is all put together with the mantra to heal each chakra with the violet flame. I will share this, but with Mother, we will chant this together today. It's 17 minutes or 11 minutes meditation, where Mother explains about a little bit about chakras and how we can heal violet flame, our chakras with violet flame.
I'm going to introduce to you Mrs. Prophet, and she will do a chakra meditation with you for purification. And this recording is from 1988. So a little bit of a while ago, but it's really beautiful.
Now we're going to roll up our sleeves and get to work on those chakras. Number 20. And those chakras are the signs of the Lords of the Seven Rays and their initiation. If you look on the screen, you'll see your heart chakra. It has 12 petals. This is page 5, number 20, number A. We're going to see on the screen the heart chakra and each of the 7 chakras. And the next slide you're going to see is the violet fire burning through what appear to be rocks or clumps of wood. You have to imagine this at the cellular level of karma lodging in the cells and molecules and atoms of your being, flecks of dust or soot or crystallized substance that has a negative vibration. That is exactly how karma clogs our beings, our bodies, the earth, the water, the air. And that is why we get burdened, and that's why our vibrations go down. The definition of vibration, by the way, is the rate of the spin of the electron around the atoms of your being. That's the truth, and that's what you'll read about in the first Keeper of the Flame lesson. So what happens is that the density of our consciousness, because it's God's light, we're misqualifying, it accumulates as fine dust or smog between those wide open spaces of the electrons. So they slow down, they can't pass through as easily. And the rate of that revolution of the electron around the nucleus determines your personal vibration. And the more you have light and the violet flame, the more you accelerate, the more you have energy. There is a new joy in your life because the electrons themselves are enjoying that cosmic spin you're giving them. So that substance that gets heavy between the electrons has been compared to molasses or asphalt hardened or to clumps of substance like on the screen. So if you look at the chakras on the Chakra Man, whom we'll put up now, and you see on the very front of your booklet, see where those chakras are in your body. Where they are in your body means that if you have problems in that area of the body, you are dealing with the karma you have made on that ray, which corresponds to that chakra. So if you have a problem, let's say a chest problem in the lungs, you would associate that with the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So you would look for the clearing of those two chakras and also a scientific application of diet, the most scientific and satisfactory diet that parallels that of the ancient Eastern adepts that we have given back to us today is the macrobiotic diet, because it seeks to restore the balance of yin and yang, or alpha and omega. Now that's how we practice it at the Royal Teton Ranch. It is practiced according to the disciplines of the Ascended Masters. And you will find that if you can restore balance in your physical body, the physical body and atoms can contain more light, and therefore you have strength and balance physically to carry more light in your chakras. So this is a very physical path of self-mastery that we are walking under the Ascended Masters. So we're going to take number 20. We're going to say, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires, 3 times between each of those lettered decrees. And if you see the order of the chakras, we're starting in the heart, which is the center, or the central sun of our being. And we're creating a spiral. The spiral goes through the throat, which is the 2nd chakra, the solar plexus, the 3rd eye, the seat of the soul, the crown, and we arrive at the base chakra of the Divine Mother, where we are ready to give the bija mantras, or seed syllables, for the raising of that sacred fire. So each time we do it, we'll see the pure chakra and its petals. Just for your information, the heart has 12, the throat 16, the solar plexus 10, the 3rd eye 96, the seat of the soul 6, the crown 972, and the base 4. Now the number of petals to the chakra determine its vibration and therefore the plane of heaven that it corresponds to. So the very base of the spine has the fewest petals because it relates closest to the physical octave, because it is the Divine Mother's light and life force that sustains our very physical bodies. So as you get higher and you get 972 petals, which is the 1,000-petal lotus, you really have a tremendously high pulsating frequency that can be in that crown chakra. So here we go. Look at the chakras, look at the violet flame, and visualize it blazing through those organs and cells that are near that place in your body. Beloved mighty I Am Presence, beloved Holy Christ Self, beloved Saint Germain and beloved Zadkiel, come forth now in the victory of the God flame. Seal us in the violet flame. Purge and purify us. Consume now all that is less than our Christ perfection. Transmute that energy and bless all life by its purity. Send it forth to our great causal body of love as the harvest of our good works on earth. Therefore we say together, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My heart is a chakra of violet fire. My heart is the purity God desires. My heart is a chakra of violet fire. My heart is the purity God desires. My heart is a chakra of violet fire. My heart is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My throat chakra is a wheel of violet fire. My throat chakra is the purity God desires. My throat chakra is a wheel of violet fire. My throat chakra is the purity God desires. My throat chakra is a wheel of violet fire. My throat chakra is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My solar plexus is a sun of violet fire. My solar plexus is the purity God desires. My solar plexus is a sun of violet fire. My solar plexus is the purity God desires. My solar plexus is a sun of violet fire. My solar plexus is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My third eye is a center of violet fire. My third eye is the purity God desires. My third eye is the center of violet fire. My third eye is the purity God desires. My third eye is the center of violet fire. My third eye is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My soul chakra is a sphere of violet fire. My soul is the purity God desires. My soul chakra is a sphere of violet fire. My soul is the purity God desires. My soul chakra is a sphere of violet fire. My soul is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My crown chakra is a lotus of violet fire. My crown chakra is the purity God desires. My crown chakra is a lotus of violet fire. My crown chakra is the purity God desires. My crown chakra is a lotus of violet fire. My crown chakra is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My base chakra is a fount of violet fire. My base chakra is the purity God desires. My base chakra is a fount of violet fire. My base chakra is the purity God desires. My base chakra is a fount of violet fire. My base chakra is the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. You can keep accelerating that decree until you can't even hear the words anymore. And it has something to do with the acceleration of light in you.
So the 7 rays of God, they're like light emanation.
How was it? Did you do it? Did you do it with Mother? Were you chanting? It's very important to chant. It is not to do mentally, it is not to do silently, but to invoke through our speech, the words, through our throat chakra. And that is the alchemy, that's how it works. So that was it for today. We wanted to share the meditation with Vata Flame. Now, any questions so far? Chiara, Kartiki, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Before I tell you what's the plan for next month, and is Dr. Prakash still there, I think? Oh, okay. Okay, all clear, that's great. So, as I mentioned that, what I was thinking, first I need people to participate. I can, you know, we can tell this to do, this to that, but so far I've got 10 members who are doing decrees, which is great. For the month of December, Chiara, we are planning for the purifying our 4 lower bodies. And next week we are doing Mother Durga's dictation. And next year we have few things, as I mentioned on the night of the full moon. We are bringing yoga into our sessions, but if we continue to have these number of participants, I will reduce the number of sessions in a month. Honestly, I feel that it is sad. It is not to, you know, it is just, we need to put some efforts, you know, to bring people. We're doing our best to promote. I have my website. I speak with every week. I have a number of people that I speak, but I want you to join in this mission. Otherwise, I can't do it. Mario and I can't do it. So we'll have to reduce the number of sessions, which is very sad because each session has its own, you know, the light is released by masters, and we might do once a month. We might do twice a month only if this continues. So it doesn't mean that I'm giving you pressure, but that means that I need your help. I need you to participate into this mission. You and I are together in this mission. I'm not walking by myself. I'm holding your hand, you're holding my hand, and masters are holding our hand. That's how we walk together. And that's why the name of the mission is Om Space. We rise together. You're not alone, I'm not alone. So I'd like to definitely see more numbers next year. But in the meantime, so next week, as I said, what we're doing, it's the end of the year session, but I will be still continuing through our own space. Each week, there will be 4 weeks decrees, different set of decrees to cleanse and purify our 4 lower bodies. Very important. Our 4 lower bodies are full of, you know,
disqualify energy
full
at
of
the end of the year.
Yes. We need to cleanse the years or those energies for next year. We are doing a very important ritual on the 31st of December with Lords of Karma, and for that we are doing it, and for 2022. Okay, so I would encourage you to participate. As I said, as Mother said, we are mastering ourselves. Nobody's doing for ourselves. We are doing it. It is DIY, do it yourself. This is spirituality. We walk our own path. We learn from others, but we walk our own journey. So I will be sharing. So until the 21st, Kartiki, I think until the 28th, we have 8 more days of a decrease for the 21 days. I would recommend everyone to complete from 21 days to 30th of November. It's just a matter of 1 week so that we keep the momentum or those decrees that you're already doing. And then from the 1st of December to the 31st of December, we have each week a set of decrees. New decrees are coming up, okay? So I will be sharing that. And within those decrees, I will be adding chakra cleansing exercises. Because I thought there are more things, there are more mantras, but I wanted to put that together with those purifying energies that we're doing. So I will be adding chakra What do you? Yeah. So we were just
So
discussing.
there will be, you will see the
Oh.
benefit of it
That's right.
immediately.
I will be making a matrix, and you will follow that. But if you don't do it, it's no use. That's it. So
I would say thank you for supporting us along the year. Thank you for your donation, and please continue to donate if you feel right, if you feel a positive effect from our session.
that's right. I think you've touched a topic of donation. Now, masters have said that the more we give, the more we receive. But other than that, that is the law of abundance. But other than that, a very important part is the karma law, the karmic bond, the karmic loop that binds us. For someone, we are receiving the knowledge. It's like in our Hinduism, we know when master or the teacher gives the knowledge, a dakshina, it could be in any form. If we don't give the loop, we are bound to that person, in the karmic bond is done. So in the next birth, you will be paying me in some different ways. Let me tell you, same thing. I have gone through my teachers, and the ones, they were given for free. And when I understood the law of karma, which bounds us in this way, in this loop, I just thought the people that I had not paid, I started to pay them, even whatever I could afford. It didn't matter how much, because I was cutting the cords of karma for something that I have received in the form of wisdom and teachings, and I had not given anything. And I don't use like the word energy exchange, because that is different, but it is like an exchange of, love and abundance. It's a law of abundance. So it could be anything. It could be anything. We must give. That is the law masters have said. And that is how I receive my teachings from my teachers. Even they don't charge. There are teachings that are chargeable, and I pay for that, ascended masters, and I share with you. So I'm paying and I'm sharing because it's my love that I want to share. This is what this is my mission. But masters have said we must tell people. My teachers tell me to tell your students, tell them this is the karmic bond, otherwise they're going to be bound with me in many, many births until that is released. So it could be anything. I'm just letting you know that's how my teachers have shared with me. So thank you, Chiara. I appreciate and everybody, and it's not always the money wise. It's the love that I receive.
They're
also.
Following us.
That you follow, that you're doing it, trusting, the faith that you're putting through, and that itself is abundance. Now let's seal the session, and then we'll see you next week for our last session of the year. In the name of I am that I am, I call for the sealing of these energies in the heart of Archangel Michael, Hanumanji, for the blessings of ourselves, our families, and all mankind upon the earth. In the name of Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and Divine Mother, we accept it done in full power according to the will of God. Om, Amen. Om, Tat Sat, Om. This concludes our session for today. Thank you, Chiara. Thank you for your love. Thank you for attending. Masters are appreciating each one of us, the efforts that we are putting in place. And I can promise you that the efforts that you're putting in, they will be multifolded, many, many forms that you can't even imagine. So keep on keeping on, okay? Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Kartiki. I appreciate that you have not missed a second, even a session. And Chiara, you as well. So this is very important to appreciate. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you all. And we'll see you. Do not miss next week. It is the most important dictation of Durga Ma. You will love it. End of the year, we want Mother Durga's protection. We want Mother Durga's message, what she's giving in that dictation. Okay, so talk to your friends. Make a story, bring them in, and once they come, the masters, will do their magic. And we don't have to do anything then. All right. So in the meantime, love to you all. Have a beautiful rest of the week. Take care. Go well. Love to you all. Thank you.